Ever wondered how businesses are completely dominating the entire market space, leaving their competition behind? Now, most businesses are still relying on word of mouth and referrals to build their business or either scale. Now, while that's commendable, it's basically a disaster waiting to happen. Now, the reason being is because while they're building a phenomenal project for the clients, while they're working in the business and focusing on a great service delivery, what they're missing is basically working on the business and having a bird's eye view on where things are moving, where the trends are going, and what they should be shifting in terms of how they present themselves in front of their ideal audience. Now, my suggestion for this, if you are a company that is in this space, is after work, and I know that you guys are probably completely knackered because of the laborious work that you guys tend to do, especially for home renovation companies, is spend at least 15 minutes a day running ads, learning about it on Facebook and Instagram. Now, rather than Netflix and chill, go out there and boost posts, figure it out, spend a couple of dollars a day on running these ads, because what Meta wants you to do is to invest on their platform to showcase your content in front of not only your existing audience, but also the ideal audience for what you service and what you do. Now, trial and error is the best way to do it, simply how we learned, or at least when I first started back in 2018. But off the back of that, whilst also learning and educating myself, I really found most of the successes that we've been able to do for our clients of trialing and error for ourselves. So as an example, we've just onboarded a client in Northern New South Wales, a reputable pool building business, and they've been in the game for 40 years. Now, they realized two things. Number one, whilst it's all good and well that they have the referrals and the word of mouth coming through organically, what they did see is that there are other companies out there who are dabbling, I guess, in running online services. They also engaged us because they noticed that their pipeline was quite thin moving into 2025, where usually they'd have hell of a lot more in the pipeline. But because they engaged us, they saw where things are moving, they got us on board. And as you can see here, we do have a healthy pipeline at the moment. So that's close to $1 million worth of opportunity. It isn't closed business, but because this client has been around for 40 plus years, because there's already credibility about the brand in the area, and most importantly, that the business owner is, their background's in sale, they've been around for 30 or 40 years in this space, so they truly know what they're doing. It's like, conservatively, if they close 20% of the opportunities at the moment, that's $200,000 that they have already scheduled for next year. Now, granted, because their pipeline is already full for end of year, they're foreseeing that, hey, we need to be able to build and at least book ourselves out within the quiet periods of January, February, and these guys, I think the next availability, or at least what they're putting in, is start of March. So if you have the ability to see an opportunity when no one's running ads, especially in your service or in your area, that's a blue ocean for you to take opportunity and run with it. Now, as I said, just by boosting posts or getting familiar with how to run Facebook and Instagram ads is the best thing you can do for the business, at least moving into 2025. But don't sleep on this, because your competition will most often not find out. And if they've got a subpar product compared to you, then it's inevitable that, hey, they're going to take market share. And once market share has been taken, they've built credibility, they've built brand awareness, they've built the equity, in that region. So when it comes to trying to take that market share, it's going to be, number one, hell of a lot harder, and number two, going to be a lot more expensive. So just keep that in mind. Now, one thing I tend to come back to is the Netflix or Blockbuster opportunity. So Blockbuster turned Netflix down, and probably is the best, maybe worst decision for Blockbuster, because they're not in business anymore and Netflix is thriving. So failing to adopt any trends coming through or seeing what the market is shifting towards is, as I said, it's a disaster waiting to happen for your business. So my call to action to you guys out there is to get onto Facebook and Instagram, start running ads, start figuring it out, start boosting your posts, learn from trial and error. But most importantly, if you are actually getting out in front of not only your followers that you have with your profiles, but if you get in front of the ideal audience who wants their pools, bathrooms, whatever service you provide done, then you already have that first foot in the door. You're already presenting yourself, and who knows, you might be able to sign a few jobs up before the end of the year. But anyway, that is the PSA for everyone out there. But if you do need any help with it or strategizing your business moving into 2025, we do have a free school community group here. Our ideal, or at least the intention here, is to be able to give as much insight in terms of where the market's moving. So if you have a business that is yet to explore the online space, I implore you to go into here and then just ask a number of questions. Not only speak to ourselves, but we'd love to be able to analyze within the group, how your business is situated and a number of steps that you can take to start taking on the market online. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If there's anything that you would like to learn more, just comment down below. But yeah, either I'll see you in the school group, I'll see you in the next video.